The Shiv as a band is a recent phenomenon, and they have been very busy. You can stream their latest single, When the Kids Grow Up, on Spotify, and if you haven't heard of them, you will. Today, I'm joined by Pencil and Mossy to talk about their history and some of their current activity. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you guys have been back in Australia for like over a year now, right? What has that been like? And do you prefer it to the States for making music and just kind of what you do?
I don't know if I prefer it. I love it over here. It's super nice. Mm-hmm. It's been good to be back here. We're finally starting to play shows again. We started playing our first like stand-up gigs again, which is nice. I don't know if we're over that side if we could do that. But I don't know. I like both places so much. I like being in America. I like feel like we see a lot more new creative fun things than I do here, at least. I don't know if you're the same, but
I feel like you couldn't like they're just complete polar opposites. Like where we live in Australia is like an hour north of the city of Sydney.
Okay.
And it's kind of like small town living, really. And then when we're in the States, we were living like downtown LA, which was like giant culture shock for us.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So, I mean, having worked and lived in both places for, I mean, a good amount of time each, do you find it to be more or less accessible than the LA scene, like in terms of, you know, music and shows and things like that?
I mean, I feel like if you tour in America, you tour for a long time. If you tour here, it's like a month long. It's just like there's not as much.
You hit the major cities in Australia. It's like 4 of them literally, and then you just like little towns in between. And it's like Australia is pretty much the same size as the United States. Like it's a bit bigger, but like land mass wise. So yeah, there's a lot more touring opportunity in the States for sure.
Okay. And I guess speaking of being in a different area than you're used to for, you know, just being together as a band and living and things like that, I guess I'll just bring up your sort of relationship with Chris Gaylor through a complete chance encounter. Chris Gaylor, for people who don't know, of All American Rejects, has been your current drummer, which is sick. How has that worked with you guys being back, like in Australia, with him? I'm assuming being still in LA.
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest bummers about coming home, is that we couldn't like bring the band over. Americans couldn't actually get into the country.
Mm-hmm.
Still can't.
Oh wow.
Which has been hard. It sucks. We've got a guy over here though that's really rad to play with. But definitely excited to get back to Chris's warmth and powerful drumming. But he rips. Yeah, he rules.
So he doesn't just tour with you guys. Like he's like legitimately your drummer. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, he is at the moment. It's hard to have him here drum. We can't really FaceTime him on screen when we tour or anything. Yeah. But as soon as things open up, we'll be back.
I'm surprised you can't do that yet. There's actually a pretty hilarious story about how we met Chris.
Let's hear it.
We're at a bar that we spent a lot of time at. Downtown LA, and Chris so happened to be there one night, and we had been there for a couple of hours drinking and just kind of playing pool and carrying on a little bit. And
we're drunk.
Chris came there with his girlfriend, and he was just like, was he like, do you guys want to play doubles? Like, we'll verse you in pool or whatever. And I think the guys got chatting and they found out that he was a drummer. No one knew like who he drummed for. And we had kind of just moved there, and we were like, oh, well, like we're a band. We really need a drummer. Like, so I think one of the guys said, if we beat you in pool, you got to come and drum for us. And he was like, yeah, all right. And anyway, long story short, like
we beat him.
I had a pool ball chipped in at my head, and he just thought we were the funniest guys he's ever met. So it was a real nice organic way of it all coming together.
Yeah,
he lost again. I bet you he wishes he won. Yeah.
I mean, so going off of that, your manager and world-class videographer, I might add, Marcus Haney, mentions in your EPK your undeniable sex appeal and massive charisma, which, you know, he says kind of what drew Chris to you, and honestly, from what I understand, what drew him to you in the first place too. And honestly, he's right; it's totally undeniable. What's the secret?
I haven't read that.
Thanks,
okay.
Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that write-up.
I actually didn't know that existed. That sounds like Marcus though.
I might get him to actually take that out because I'm not stoked on that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Hey, yeah, no problem. So now you know, and you can have a conversation with Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so in terms of music, which is, you know, why we're here, just sort of going chronologically, for people who might not know, Les Shiv used to kind of be the Ruminators. Les Shiv definitely has a different sound and style. But other than that, what was kind of the thought process behind completely rebranding?
It's kind of weird. It's hard to explain to people. People ask us all the time, but I think for us, we started when we were like 19 and like 10 years ago, and we were like pretty rough kids, and we just had this. I think for us, we were always like the drunkest kids at the bar when we played, and we had like this. I guess we got pigeonholed into this garage like surf scene over here, like where we live on the beaches, and eventually we learned to play better, and we were writing more music that meant more to us than just like a little party track, which is still fun. But I think we got pigeonholed, and I kind of feel like we had a roof on top of us, and then we kind of discussed starting a new group with the last album we did, Flight Sun 91, with the Ruminators. It just felt different then. And me and Mossy actually talked about, like, do we just do it now, change the band? And we kind of thought we'd give the Ruminators one more. And then when we moved to LA, we lost members, got new members. We're writing music differently. We didn't Ruminators was just like a full jam every time. Like, I'd come with a song and we'd just jam it in the studio for hours, and we'd play it over. And there was no structure to any of it. It was just like whatever we felt. And then with the new stuff, when we got to America, we were kind of sitting there writing it behind a computer, and we're like having to like tap drum beats in and stuff, which we've never done before, but it kind of like just painted a different picture, even just like as far as songwriting goes. And then the songs kind of just developed differently. We didn't really feel like there was any limit to the writing, because we weren't trying to play it live. We were just trying to make a song, and they just kind of grew further than what we were doing. And like losing like the original members and stuff, that always felt like a core thing for the Ruminators to me, so it didn't really feel that core. We played like a few shows with the Ruminators with different drummers, and it just never really felt as special as like the original members we had.
Okay, I see.
So I kind of feel like for us, the new writing style and that loss of core members, it just felt right to do a new project. And we'd kind of been talking about it, and we kind of just wanted to like take the roof off of whatever we had with the Ruminators and be able to like go wherever we wanted.
Okay.
So that's kind of...
Yeah, it also was like less like, I mean, you can call it a rebranding, but it was like, it's just like, to us, it was like a new project. We left like the Ruminators like untainted. Just we love what it is and what it was, and it'll always be there and it'll always be that. And this is the Shiv is just like a completely new project, and it's
okay.
So say we'll never play a Ruminator show again though either.
Rumors are going around, Jack. One's coming soon.
But you guys, I mean, having only, I mean, like 5 songs as of now with Les Shiv, have you guys played Ruminators songs at your recent shows? No?
We kind of made an effort to really just hang up the boots as far as the Shiv goes. There's some songs that I've written, and there's like hints at like old melodies and lyrics and stuff that I'm interested in, like not like fully forgetting it, but I don't know, we'll play shows and we'll have people call out our old songs now, and you kind of just gotta no, we're not doing it,
but yeah, we only have 5 songs out, but our set, like our Les Shiv set, is an hour long. We've got like we've got a lot of music, like unreleased music. It's just kind of just the nature of how it rolls when you're starting out, I guess.
Yeah. So you guys like play unreleased stuff live as sort of I bet that gets really exciting, especially for people who haven't had it before or heard it before, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, we kind of moved to America and didn't have a band for like almost a year. So we just spent it writing the whole time. So we've like, if you want to put an album's worth, we've probably got like 3 albums worth of music that's just sitting there. Like, I think a lot's probably not going to be heard, but
like ever.
Probably not. I think that's the same with every band.
We'll send you some demos, Jack.
Yeah, Jack, we'll give you a private link.
Okay, sweet. I'm excited for that. So with all that unreleased music, I'm assuming just ready to go. Are you just kind of waiting for the right time, I guess, to release it?
I mean, we've always been like wanting to put it out as soon as we can.
Okay.
And then like with COVID going on and moving around, we kind of got delayed a lot.
Yeah.
But I think as of now, we've got this When the Kids Grow Up just came out, and we've got like, I think there's like 6 or 7 tracks all fully finished that are ready to go. So I think we'll just kind of drop them throughout the year and we'll keep recording. I'm not too sure what the full game plan is, but we're definitely keen to keep a roll, like more so than we have been.
Cool.
So,
which is good because we got stuff in the bag now. Like we've got we've obviously got like we've got a bunch of songs recorded and mastered and ready to go. We've also recently just done a few other recordings, but that's a big thing as well. Like getting into the studio and like recording, and you know that's like one of those things that like. Yeah, it's a catch-22 at the moment as well because like our band's like split up, and I mean it seems like the perfect time to be doing that with like shows and stuff not being really a thing. But yeah, it's hard and it's money and it's but we'll get there.
All right. Speaking of recent music, your latest single is again something you guys probably haven't seen. Marcus wrote about it. It's hypercurrent. And it's unapologetically political. So would you guys mind speaking on that a little bit?
We're actually looking for a description just before this.
There you go.
But that makes sense. Hyper political. I mean, I guess it kind of is. We wrote that when we first got to America, so it's
okay.
It was kind of just like a naive sort of outsider perspective of coming to America and what it felt like to us, I guess. I mean, I've always gone back and forth from America. My mum's from Kansas, so I've kind of had an idea of like, especially with them with guns in Kansas, they're pretty happy about it. But it was like more of like just a light. For me, it was just it's not that light. It's kind of gnarly, but
there's a little assessment of like your first kind of
yeah. And I mean, there's 2 verses. One's about guns, which is just, in our opinion, pretty crazy how lax everyone is there.
Yeah.
And then second verse is about the old president used to have, which I think is good thing he's gone.
Yeah.
But there was like a little comment on that guy, and then
no, you guys can get as political as you want. It's totally cool. You guys can get as political as you want. It's totally cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't consider ourselves like super political, so it's kind of weird to like have one political sort of stay.
The chorus in particular is very, it's a very broad, like you can take it as you want. Like it kind of encompasses a lot of, I mean, it's pretty, in my opinion, it's a pretty powerful lyric in a sense.
Yeah. The chorus is more worldwide. It's not like just America. It's not like I think kids are fucking up anything. It's more us and the people before us. It's kind of like putting the world in a bad state that when it does come time for when the kids are older, I feel like it's going to be worse. It's like, I don't want to be around them. It's not them. I don't care what they do, but it's just like, I feel like everyone's been contributing.
We're the problem, man.
We're an issue.
All right, so it was sort of based around a first experience in the U.S. and
it was kind of just like the first tape. Well, it was like we'd been there like a couple months when we wrote it, and I don't know. I think I was just playing the piano, and it was. I feel like lyrically, I kind of just try to take the first things that come to mind. I don't try to sit there and ponder about things a lot. But that means I'll have to write heaps and heaps and heaps until like things do stick. I don't just write like, I wouldn't just pick any old lyric, but I know they just kind of fell out of my mouth while I was playing piano, and then it kind of painted a whole picture for the whole song just in that first verse about the bang bang, father and daughter go to another gun show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fairly simple song to write and get out. But
okay. Yeah, so I guess with that I'll mention on your guys' US tour with Skeggs, there's a lot. I love all the videos on your Instagram, sort of the earlier ones from your tour. There's a lot of shots of like Middle America and the South, and I think there's actually a good amount to do with guns and things like that. And so, what was your experience like down there, especially? And what did you guys think of it?
We would like so we bought this van for the tour because it was just like, honestly, like being a support band on a tour like that, you're not getting paid a lot of money. And like we went on tour with 6 of us, Jamison being the 6th member with a camera.
Okay.
So we bought this like big Sprinter van, and like we fitted it out with like 6 bunks in the back that were like spaced like that. So like if you like,
it was a tight coffin.
You couldn't sleep on your side. Your shoulder would like be touching the guy above you type thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we would obviously drove a lot of miles on that trip, and we'd get out of the car and like places like Kansas and like Middle America, and you would literally feel like aliens at sometimes. People would like you sent that phone to people there that they would just like stare at you and be like, "Where are you from?" Like long hair, everyone had long hair, and we're just like, it's like, how'd you fit that many people in that car? Like, there's no windows.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of it was really weird. We're like aliens over there. Actually, my visa actually says, this is what you guys call it. I think it says something like alien with extraordinary talent.
It's a good title.
It's pretty sick.
That's great.
But
sounds like a song or something.
I'm extraordinarily talented anyway.
Oh, come on. All right. So
that's how I saw it. I saw it very, very you're very alien like there. But like having said that, like on like the West Coast and also the East Coast, I feel like it's a lot more like home. Like everyone, you know. So yeah, the middle of the country is definitely, it's just a different beast. But it's so fun. It's so awesome. Like going like state to state, it's just like it changes so quickly. It's just like, it's really awesome. I love it.
So I mean, I'd say that I'm originally from Portland, so I think people from the more urban areas on the coast definitely also feel like aliens in the South and in the middle. It's a really interesting country. I'll just say that. There's
too many countries in your country.
Yes.
Feels like that.
Very well said. On the topic of being in the United States, I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here, but with Ruminators, this is something that I was wondering quite a bit. With Boys Off Work, obviously a song about quitting your jobs to do music full time. Again, Marcus writes, your jobs were woodworking and possum trapping, and I just want to know what that's like.
Yeah. Well, Jarlath, our bass player, is the possum piper.
Okay, all right.
That's what it's called. But he'll come to your place and make sure that the possums can't keep getting back into your ceiling.
All right.
But it's I can give you a brief description if you want his job role. Well, so there's entry points. I love this right now. There's entry points that a possum can get into your ceiling. He'll come block them off, and then he'll take a tile out or put a one-way door in the roof so the possum can come out, but it won't be able to get back in.
Oh, okay.
So
it'll cost you $350 plus GST, and then another $150. No, that covers up to 8 holes, I think.
4.
4 holes, and if there's any more holes, then it's an extra $150 per hole or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty steep.
We spent a lot of time in the car with him taking business calls. We used to be able to recite his whole spiel.
Like they'd describe it to him. He's like, "What hours is that happening?" And they'd be like, "Between 3 and 4 a.m." And he'd be like, "Rats, mate."
Yeah, rats.
It's not a possum.
We'd always be in the back going, "You got rats, mate.
You got rats, mate."
Rats is a problem.
I would think possums are too.
Yeah, they're pretty cute though.
That's true.
The little ringtail ones, they're cute. They're cute.
Mm-hmm.
The possums are way cuter than the possums you have in America.
Okay. I didn't realize they were different species.
Your ones are kind of gross.
Yeah, no, they're definitely nasty.
Large.
Yeah.
Little rat
Everything's
tails.
bigger over there.
Everyone's bigger in America.
Not everyone, everything is bigger. Like your seagulls are huge compared to our seagulls.
Yeah, huge seagulls.
What about your guys' insects and like bugs and things like that in Australia?
Insects and bugs.
Bigger here for sure.
Yeah.
Bigger here for sure. It's funny actually coming home from like because we kind of like we kind of live in the jungle kind of thing. But coming home from like America and stuff, it's like it's always overwhelming with how loud it is with like the bugs and the wildlife and everything here. It's like it feels foreign. Like I'm used to it again now, but.
If you called us in summer, you wouldn't be able to hear us. You just hear the cicadas hissing the whole time. They're fucked up. I can't even record demos at the house because they're so loud.
You can, but there's cicadas.
That's horrible.
Squealing.
Every track will have in the background. It's pretty loud here.
All right. Well, as an opening band, because you guys have opened for a couple people now, you've obviously opened for Skeggs. We just talked about that. Another really just awesome, charismatic group of guys. You've also opened for Group Love a couple times before, and will again, right? Sometime, hopefully soon.
Yeah, well, we did with the Ruminators for sure over here in Oz, and then we're booked on their tour in America, and then like a week out, COVID hit. So as the Shiv, we haven't got to play with them yet, but once everything picks up, I really want to get back on the road with them. I love that whole band. They're awesome, and their live show is just so fucking good.
Cool.
It's like a band that you like, because we play with bands and you watch the band, you're like, oh yeah, I'll sit in the green room and I'll chill for this one. But like that band, genuinely every time they came out, I was like, yes, I get to watch them again.
You go and watch it.
Yeah. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't. I was going to on that tour that got canceled.
Yeah, but I don't know. They're just like so fun. They're just like
great energy.
Energy. Hannah and Christian have just got like the best thing going on, like vocally and partnership wise. It's just like I don't know. It's just when we toured with them, it was just like so nice to be able to see an actual, genuinely good live rock band play every night. And that was one of my biggest bummers with the tour getting cancelled. I just couldn't wait to hang out and watch them play each night. But obviously, it would have been fun to play every night too.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm more bummed about that than anything else. Like, But hopefully, again, once whatever, like America gets sorted out and works their shit, maybe we can come back and play again. Yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully soon. And speaking of live shows, you guys have played, a couple now? Like in the past couple weeks back home?
Yeah, we just started playing again. We played when we first got back and it was all seated. And then we just played our first 2 stand-up shows. So it was so nice to see like a mosh pit happen in front of my face again. It was just like nice to see people dance, smiling, bumping around each other, and walk up to the end and someone can reach out and like touch your leg again or something, or you can like, it just felt really nice to like feel the crowd again. I was talking to someone this morning about playing like the sit down shows and like feel like we're making excuses of about like, no, it's still good because like people are sitting there and they're actually watching you. But which was nice, but it's just like
it was better than nothing.
Yeah, it was better than nothing, but it is so much nicer to play to a moving crowd again.
It would have been ideal for some bands. It's just like our music doesn't really lend itself to a seated crowd. But have you guys been doing, like, has there been any like kind of did you guys like, did venues take that kind of approach where they'd have tables that were like distance apart? Nothing over there?
There's bars that are doing things like that, and they'll put up like a big plexiglass thing in front of the stage where the musicians are. Yeah, really interesting. And they'll do, like space seating, but there's not a lot of it going on. I see it once in a great while, but it's also usually in those like smaller like bars and stuff too. So
you guys are going to go mad we are as well, kind of. I guess the whole world is, but when it all just goes back to normal, like one day they just go, all right, full capacity, all standing.
It's going to be crazy.
Crowd, surfing, stage diving.
On the one hand, I feel like once live shows start back up again, they're going to be like even like what you were saying, even more crazy than they were before. Yeah.
There's definitely a good energy at the stand-up shows now. Even the sit-down, there was like great energy. People just like keen to get out and like go see a show. Like the fact that you could do it was a big thing. But I swear your country's doing it. I've seen videos of like shows and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Like people line dancing and shit.
I guess.
See, that's Texas and Florida.
Yeah. Where are you again?
DC area currently. Yeah.
Okay. Are they doing much there?
Not really.
Seems
like I said, just
there. They should be on top of it.
Yeah. You'd think, but no, not a whole lot going on in terms of live shows. I mean, you guys actually came to DC on your US tour. How'd you like it?
I can't remember that one.
What venue? Can you name the venue we played at?
Yeah, I actually went to see you guys. It was Rock and Roll Hotel. It was really small. It was sort of a dive bar, and there was an upstairs after the show with a bar.
Huh.
Yes, I do remember. I believe Marcus came to that gig.
Do you remember? Us, I'm pretty sure.
Was there? Is there a pizza store kind of across the road to the right a little bit?
I don't remember.
I could have been Columbus. No, it wasn't Columbus. That was
Maybe the night we had to sleep over at Toby's. I'm pretty sure we slept over at Toby's.
In DC?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the night.
That was a big night.
Yeah, it was a big night.
Seemed like
DC was fun. I like DC.
Yeah, it was really, honestly, like there wasn't really a stop on that tour that I was like, oh, that sucked. Like every night was awesome. Hey, actually tell me this. When you walk in the door, was the stage on the right there?
No.
Ooh, nah.
It depends.
I'm in Columbus.
I think I'm in Columbus too.
I'm in Columbus.
Did you go to the bar across the road where we were throwing darts, like really absurdly?
Is that one on?
Yeah, I remember there was a dart lineup of dartboards, and I did a death run. And
we're throwing cigarettes at the dartboard, and
yeah, good tour.
It was a good show. Cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with that, with talking about group love and everything like that, you guys obviously probably look up to them a little bit as performers. Is there anyone else that you look up to from like a musical standpoint?
Yeah, there's heaps. Julian Casablancas, for sure. Yep, he's one of my favorite. I mean, like current performers right now.
Anybody, yeah.
I mean, Julian's huge. Big Beatle fan, but never seen him play or anything. So lots of videos.
No, you'll get there.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You saw Macca play.
I saw Paul Macca, yeah. As performers in general?
Performers or musicians?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's really been pumping me up at the moment. I feel in general like just whatever the Strokes are doing and the Voids are doing like has been like my biggest like musical influence of like our times right now. But growing up, like I feel like growing up I got way more influenced by performers than I do now. Like I love the Vines. I like the White Stripes, Strokes. The first 3 Kings of Leon's album really pumped me up too. I love that era of like energy live as well.
Yeah,
it just has a good vibe. But
you were definitely growing up in the early 2000s era.
Yeah. Oh, you know who I think's really fucking sick, and their live shows just like Psycho's Idols. We saw them a few times in the States, and I think what they're doing is so good. It's just not really like fitting to any mold. They're doing them completely, and
cool.
Just their live performance is just like a kick in the head, gut, balls, shin, I don't know. It's just fucking kicks every part of you. They're like just so sick. But they're cool.
It's funny though how like it works with like influence wise. Like I feel like there's not really a particular band or genre that like influences the way we do things. We're always like with the Shiv in particular, like we're like we just want to like obviously like the goal is to make like catchy music that is like kind of really different in a way. But yeah, it might be like we might draw influence like drum wise. We might be like, oh, that Madonna song has a sick like drum beat. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't it's not necessarily like the Strokes is like what we're striving to be like. It's like we draw like I know Pencil would like draw a lot of influence from like the way Julian writes his melodies and stuff. And I feel like we're similar in that sense, like vocal melodies and stuff. But like I don't really listen to our music and say like, oh, we sound like the Strokes or like, you know, like you just like pick pieces from everywhere. Like I'm like guitar playing, I'm super influenced by the Voids because like they really strive to like tonally do things that are really different, but like keeping it really like melodically driven.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you just pick pieces from all walks of life. But it's funny, like I don't actually listen to like that much music and go, oh, like, you know, particularly when we're writing, we're just. I think with the Ruminators old band, like I listen to each song, I go, I know who I was listening to every time. Okay. Like I hear one of those songs, but the Shiv, I feel it's a little bit more confusing of what we're listening to, and because like it's a good dynamic where I'll come in with my vision of the song, and then Jake's being like really kind of more producing it all, I guess. Where I'll come in for track and he'll sit there for hours. I don't like to like look at the screen for that long, but Jake can kind of like be a bit more concentrated, and he'll sit there and build this like huge soundscape over something that I can bring. It's like a good dynamic, and then like Jarf will come in and put his part in, and then when it gets to the band, there's a new wave of evolution with Chris drumming and there's still arranging going on like after that whole process. Like we'll go into the jam, like rehearse the jam room. Like here's the song. Like what do you have to offer?
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like the Shiv stuff now, it's like it goes through like a machine of like different cycles where Ruminators I'd come in for something like I want it to sound like this, or like we kind of all have like a vision of what it's going to sound like there and there, and we'll like try to make it then. But even with like the Shiv now, like, I'll put my part in. I won't even sit there sometimes while Jake does it. So it's like, and I'll come back in after an hour or two. I'm like, oh, sick. Like, cool. I didn't think it was going to go like that. Like, it's just like, it's kind of exciting. Like, we'll sit there and like talk a lot as well. It's not just like everyone does their own thing.
Yeah.
Collaborative still, but I feel like there's a lot more like left to each member to kind of do their thing. It's kind of nice. It's kind of exciting to come in and like just hear. We're all generally pretty on the same page as far as the vision and writing, and if someone takes a completely different turn, it's always kind of like an exciting thing for everyone else going, oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, there's a lot of brains in working in our little operation.
I think collaboration as a band is, I mean, obviously the most essential thing I think about being in a band is like bouncing ideas off each other. Have either of you like come up with a song completely by yourself and then, you know, brought it to the band?
Yeah, I've definitely done a few. There's some, I don't know if any of the Shiv ones are, but Ruminator's some.
Yeah. Even still, like there's the Shiv songs where we've all kind of, you know, spent the time like, but it's funny because like even still, like it might be like, you know, like 80% Pencil, 20% myself, or like 80% myself, 20% Pencil with certain things at the moment. But it's still like you still leave that going like that felt like it was like us doing that together, you know.
Yeah.
It still feels like,
I know Bring a Brick, and you know the reason why I came home from like, I don't know where I was. I came home from like somewhere, and Jake showed me the song at different times. I was just like pumped up. I was like, he wrote the whole thing. I was like, oh, sick. And like all I had to do was just like sing and put a melody on it. And it was like really, really nice to work that way too.
but even still, like those songs, like might have the music only, like no vocal melodies or anything, and then like Pencil come in like and like instantly just be singing vocal melody. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, I feel for me, I have to be super spontaneous with writing it, like kind of almost be like not that conscious of it coming. And I know for those two songs, I think Bring a Brick was a bit harder to like do. It took, he had it for a while, and it took me like, he had it, and like months later I had to like have another go, and it kind of clicked finally.
You know the reason why it was instant.
Yeah, as soon
like
as
you had those words all in your head.
As soon as I heard You Know the Reason Why, I was like, you couldn't stop me until it was written. I was like, I was so excited. The arrangement he did pumped me up so much, and we kind of took it like kind of a bit whack and weird, and the demo is like pretty bit weirder, but we kind of made it a bit more theatrical, but still got a key change in the final one.
We love a key change.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But like, I don't know, it changes every song, the like involvement of everyone. But
absolutely.
So Pencil, you write most of the lyrics?
Yeah, I'll write all the lyrics.
Okay. So how do you write the lyrics? Like, how do you start? Like, because obviously sometimes it just kind of comes to you, and then other times, like, what do you do?
Usually if I'm writing a song, I'll be like writing the guitar or keyboard, whatever it is, at the same time as lyrics. I can't sit down and go, I'm going to write a song right now. Okay. I just have to pick up an instrument and play and play and play until they kind of both come together. There's like a few rare instances where like I'll hear a lyric, or I'll write a lyric, or I'll draw a drawing that has like words that would fit as a lyric. But most of the songs that I'm like most proud of and pumped on are kind of the ones that kind of come subconsciously and like all at once. And that's kind of how I strive to write. So I just have to play heaps and heaps until songs hit. But yeah, usually chords and lyrics come at the same time, because the chords will give me like a feeling of what I want to sing about, or vice versa. Like if I have a lyric, it might move the chord progression in a way, but I kind of try to do it all at once. I mean, if you wrote my lyrics out and you read them, it probably wouldn't be like the most like poetic looking sheet, which I'm kind of jealous of people that can just write like a nice like spoken word thing. But I feel like my stuff kind of needs to go all together. But I just play so much until something sticks, really.
I wanted to kind of find a way to work this in. Is that I really like your drawings, like the stuff that you post on Instagram and things like that. I know you've done like a lot of tattoos for people. Is that kind of similar to how you think of like drawings and stuff? Like, you know, how does that work?
Drawings come easier than songs for sure. Okay. I draw myself heaps, so like I'll just draw. I'll start with my nose, and I'll either like have my eyes closed or open, and I don't know if I'm gonna make him smiling or like sad yet. But I usually just draw a face and an emotion, and then like from there I'll like pick out a word, and then I'm like, oh, I could put a body in here and doing it. But that one, just drawing up like through school or anything, I just used to my pages at school was just like drawings and like a little bit of writing in between it all. But I've just always had a pen and paper to draw anything. So same thing, I just draw and draw and draw. Like I've got books and books that no one's seen the artwork, but some drawings are way better than others, and some are like just really like, why'd you even bother writing that? So I don't know. That's another thing. I just got to do it heaps and heaps until like something. But I just kind of create. I'm like an impatient person, so I don't like try to perfect anything. It's like I just want want a stronger idea than like the end product than anything. So I just try to make as much as I can.
Awesome. So like bringing it back around, you guys were just kind of talking about the last EP, like from December. With those two songs, Bring a Brick and You Know a Reason Why, you talked about kind of I don't remember which one. One of them Sitting for a couple months. How did those two songs find their way like to each other to be released at the same time?
I think maybe through Mossy's writing or Jake's writing.
Okay.
He kind of wrote and I guess you'd say produced both those tracks, and I just had to sing on it. And we're kind of looking for two songs to just kind of get us through the year.
Cool.
Because we had When the Kids Grow Up and a bunch of other songs ready to go. But with COVID, we kind of just wanted to like see what was happening. So we wanted to put like a couple songs out, and they were just, I don't know, I feel like it was a good time to put those songs out. I don't know, like, whether they would have got the light any other time than like during that period. So they just felt, to me, it felt like a nice release to like have out. And I think sonically through Jake's writing, they kind of felt good as a collective. But
they're polar opposites in a sense, but
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, I think for me as well, like I wanted to, with the Shiv, like from the start, I wanted to make sure we show, because like you've seen our set. I don't know how well you remember it, but it definitely is like, it's not like you can't just watch us and go, oh, like they just like play that kind of music or
Right.
whatever. Like
I agree.
a lot of our stuff is kind of like, whoa, that was like way too intense. And then some of it's like, oh, this guy's going to kiss the guitar, and like they're playing like a nice piano type tone song now. So yeah, I definitely from the start, like I didn't want to like ballpark us into like, we only do this or we only do that. So
yeah, they did feel like a good bit of a breakaway from No Freak and Buzzcloud. And I know what we got coming up next is like with Kids Grow Up, and everything's kind of like on another path too of like the same vibe. So we're like, let's put these little weirder ones in before we go back to like a bit more normal, bigger, grander things again. Yeah. So it was just kind of a nice time to do it.
That's cool. That's really exciting. So with the reason why, there's a lot of different musical elements in there. I think there's like a little bit of like, there's like synth and like strings, right? And a little bit of clarinet. Is that what I heard?
yeah,
You do the clarinet solo, yeah.
yeah, there's a clarinet solo.
Okay.
That solo was actually written on a keyboard with like a saxophone tone.
I remember Jake sent me the song, and he had the tackiest like little like keyboard solo of this fake sax, and I was like, make it longer, like 2-3 minute solo. Like I just want to hear that go forever.
We cut it in the end. It was a lot longer. It was like a good minute, I reckon, of saxophone solo.
Yeah, but we ended up getting our buddy Ollie Lineback to do the clarinet solo in it, and he added a few harmonies to it and made it really super nice.
Yeah, it's really
But
cool.
I always loved Jake's arrangement in that, like the musically, as soon as I heard it, I was just so obsessed with the sound he made. I was like, what? I was like, how'd you do this? I like freak out sometimes when I hear what Jake comes up with.
I've like never played much piano or keyboard or whatever. So whenever I do, I feel like I'm playing things that like just like around that spot that just like, I don't think if you knew how to play piano, you probably wouldn't do. It's just kind of like, so, but it had a kind of like a weird mood to it, which was like, I don't know.
Cool. And then that totally in contrast with Bring a Brick. I love like that shuffle beat in the beginning. I think that's really cool.
Who did you pick that off?
Oh, no, that beat. You know what? Like, there's I've personally always loved just like a floor tom snare and kick type beat. Even like our set the other night, I turned around and I was like watching us play for a second, and Billy was just like smashing the floor tom. I was like, I fucking love the floor tom. So yeah, I just like, I don't know. There's a few songs that I'm always like, I want to make a song with that beat. Like I love that like disco beat as well, like that.
Oh yeah.
One yet?
No, all I've tried, but it always kind of sounds a bit lame. But like certain, I don't know. Just went into that one with a beat, going like, I love this beat, and then the bass line. It's like so simple, but just like I don't know, just like a bit of a stomper.
That's cool.
Stomp you, move your head like that.
Yeah, I picture that song totally getting like an audience riled up.
Yeah, it feels good to play live.
Oh yeah, I was logging on to a virtual class and I was blasting that song, and I didn't realize my mic was unmuted, so my whole class heard some Lay Shiv at like 8 a.m. in the morning. So
It's so good.
it was pretty cool and very awkward.
Heaps of people holding their phone up, Shazamming.
Yeah.
What is this song?
So that was really all the questions I have. It's been about 45 minutes now. Thanks again, guys. It's been awesome. So listen to Lay Shiv's latest single, When the Kids Grow Up, on Spotify, and stay tuned for more to come. Lay Shiv is the real deal, and I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of them in the very near future. Guys, thank you so much again for being here and answering my questions. Hope we can talk again real soon.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Thank you, man.
Have a lovely time.
Thank you.
It's time we get some more mimosas.